station is Ealing Broadway, where this train terminates. Change here for the District Line and National Rail services.
Just last Thursday, on the 4th of March, Amazon opened its first cashless, till-less store in the United Kingdom in London. Amazon Go has been a popular chain of shops and stores in the United States, but the first shop in the UK opened just last week. And I went there to see how it works, because I was excited to try it out. Just when I was approaching the store, located around 5 minutes away from the Ealing Broadway station, accessible via the Central line if you're traveling from central London, I noticed huge queues had started to form outside. When I asked the assistants how long it would take for the queue to clear, they said it was 1 hour waiting time. I had already traveled around 1 hour to get to the store, so I was willing to wait for a bit longer in order to try out the new shopping experience. The whole concept of the Amazon Go shops is that there is a combination of cameras and different technologies to allow customers to shop without having to worry about scanning their products at the checkout before leaving the store. In order for customers to be able to pay, they have to use Amazon Shopping, and obviously there is an app which you can install or you already have on your phone to use to pay. That's linked to a bank card, and when entering the store, customers scan a QR code at the gate, which allows them in. Following this, upon picking up any product, cameras are tracking movement and aggregate a list of shopping items for which the customer pays upon exiting the store. This technology has been going through a number of iterations. Initially, there were a lot of issues with customers returning some products and then having to pay for them still after leaving the store. However, the technology has been improved in recent years since it was first introduced in 2018. So I was curious to find out whether in this first store in the UK and Europe there would be any issues. Hand sanitizers and masks were provided outside of the store for people waiting in the queue to use. In addition, there were markings 2 meters apart on the floor for people to keep their distance while waiting in the queue, but I did notice that a lot of people did breach that distance and the queue was getting more and more compressed, which I found uncomfortable and obviously not the right thing to do. After just over an hour of waiting, I was finally in the store. I didn't have a bag when I entered the store, so I ended up getting one of the Amazon Fresh reusable bags. There is a meal deal section with ready-to-go foods and coffee machines, just like there would be in a regular supermarket. In addition, there is a small bakery section as well. Upon entering the store, I did realize that it was much smaller than the average supermarket. Its surface area is around 2,500 square feet. It felt like it has the size of a Tesco Extra supermarket, just for comparison. On a Saturday afternoon, the store felt quite packed, and it wasn't easy to observe the 2-meter distancing measures while inside. I did not feel uncomfortable or concerned about my privacy, but I did notice the large number of cameras and capturing equipment at the ceiling of the store, and you can see it here. I proceeded with my shopping as normal. Although, as expected, most of the products in the store are from third parties, there are a lot of items that have been branded with Amazon's trademark. And Amazon has issued a statement saying that they have partnered with local businesses to produce these goods and brand them. I did get the reduced fat hummus and it turned out to be quite good. In terms of pricing, I did notice a lot of the products have the same prices as I was used to seeing in other supermarkets. However, there are a few products which have introductory offers and therefore are sold at a reduced price, which I thought was a really nice touch. Although this technology is fantastic and it seemed to do a really good job of tracking which items I had placed in the bag, it still does feel a little bit over the top when I look at how everything's constructed and wired together. To a certain extent, this makes me question whether a system like this of a chain of stores that have no checkouts can become mainstream in the UK and the US and one day in the world, because all of this technology introduces a barrier to mass producing these stores, in my view. And in addition to that, a lot of people are now used to shopping online and having their food delivered to their doorstep. So how practical is a store like this unless you use it for just everyday shopping or for a quick snack on the go? I did try to test the system by placing 2 products that I was not intending to buy and to get out of the shop with in the bag, and then going around the store, after which I returned them back to their original position because I wanted to check whether I would be charged for these items after I left it. To my pleasant surprise, I was not charged for any of those 2 items, but I did get charged for another product which I never even looked at, which was young scampi shellfish, so I would have to return that. Fortunately, there is an easy process in the app where you can select the item you would like refunded and explain that you did not buy it, and then you would be issued a refund. I've already done that and it takes just a few seconds. Bear in mind, this is after a number of iterations and improvements to the system, so it makes me really question whether it would need even more cameras in order to function really appropriately without any hiccups like this. When I left the store, I did see that my total trip time was 15 minutes and 59 seconds, which was a pleasant surprise considering the amount of people and that it was my first time inside. Additionally, I also thought about having to scan the items I bought, which would take probably another 5 minutes to my trip time. That reduction of a few minutes made me realize that there is indeed a use case for this, with a view of the long term. And the highlight of the trip, of course, just walking out of the shop. No checkouts and no tills, just like it should be.